Welcome to today's live play-by-play of the Blue Jays facing off against our New York Yankees. I have Evan and Joe joining me today on the stream. Before we get started, I'd like to thank everyone who has taken time to join us for today's play-by-play. Your support is most appreciated. And with that being said, I'm going to kick over to Evan and let him go over today's lineup. We're a few minutes before game time, so let's go.
All right. Thank you, Ken. Good afternoon, everybody. Today we have the Toronto Blue Jays against our own New York Yankees. So let's give you guys the lineup. So we'll start out with Toronto. Batting leadoff, playing second base is Leo Jimenez. Batting second, DHing is Edison Barger. Batting third, playing left field is Davis Schneider. Batting fourth, playing right field is Eloy Jimenez. Batting fifth and catching is Tyler Heineman. Batting sixth and playing center field is Miles Straw. Batting seventh, playing first base is Sean Keys. Batting eighth, playing shortstop is Arjun Namala. And batting ninth, playing third base is Charles McAdoo. And on the mound for the Blue Jays is Jose Barrios. And for the New York Yankees, batting leadoff, playing center field is Trent Grisham. Batting second, playing right field is Aaron Judge. Batting third, playing second base, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Batting fourth, playing first base, Paul Goldschmidt. Batting fifth, catching is Austin Wells. Batting sixth, playing shortstop is Jose Caballero. Batting seventh, DHing is Ryan McMahon. Batting eighth, playing third base is Jonathan Ornelas. And batting ninth, playing left field, Spencer Jones. And on the mound for the Yankees, making his first start in spring training is Paul Blackburn. Ken, what do you think about the lineup today?
It's looking like it's pretty close to a regular season lineup for us. Couple noted people that haven't reported to camp yet. Giancarlo Stanton, haven't seen him in a game yet. And the signee that we had, Montero, I don't think that he's gotten his visa thing yet, so he hasn't shown up to camp. But I like today's lineup, and it's good to see Paul Blackburn getting up on the bump. This is probably going to be the last game we see with a bulk of our players because we have 12 folks taking off for the WBC this weekend. So I suppose they'll be leaving tomorrow.
Right, I agree.
However, it'll give the opportunity for the prospects, the non-roster invitees, and the rookies to show what they've got. And honestly, I'm liking that because in the past, we've had guys that have come there, but come into camp, but you haven't really seen them, and you didn't know what they have to show. But they're going to be playing regular now, so.
Right, absolutely.
Thank you for everybody who has joined the stream. If you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not subscribed, consider subscribing to Yankees The Ugly Truth and YankeeMania.
Competition is ramping up for the Yankees. I like what I've seen out of some of our young players so far, and maybe this will give them an increased opportunity in the future.
Yep. So we've got players represented across the globe. I dropped a short just a little bit ago talking about Yankees going to the WBC. So when you get a chance, check it out. And it looks like we haven't taken the field yet. So we'll be starting just a little bit late. Team USA should be pretty potent. I mean, the starting pitchers that they've got, Crochet, Deans, got Bednar coming out of here for us.
Yeah.
Back into the bullpen. So, you know, last time Bednar played in the WBC, he had his best season following up.
Which year was that? 23?
2023.
Okay. Well, we hope for no injuries. That's the most important thing.
Yep.
Hello to Real Bill. How are you?
And we have Paul Blackburn throwing his warm-up pitches. Is everybody hearing us fine? Is the video smooth? No choppiness or anything? I'm looking forward to seeing what Blackburn's going to do today. We picked him up from the Mets last season, and there was he had been injured through the regular season when they let him go, and we had gotten him back just recovering. So, liking to see what we have. With him on the bump today.
I agree. Let's see what he has.
Let's see if any of these young lads can shine coming through the boat WBC. And Jimenez is stepping up to the plate. Blackburn sets. And the pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. Count is 0-1, and the game is underway. And Blackburn sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is sinker just low and inside. Count is evened at 1-1. And Blackburn sets, fires, and the sinker is down low. Count is now 2-1 on Jimenez. And Blackburn sets. Pitch is on the way, and this one is hammered to center field. Trent Grisham is backing up and is going to make the first out of the inning on the warning track. All right, come here, buddy. All right, what are we going to say?
Go Yankees.
Let's go Yankees.
Let's go.
All right. John Barber was behind the plate, and he is a hitter-friendly pitcher, so you're going to see less outside strikes. Pitchers are going to have to bring it to him. Coming up to bat is Addison Barger, and Blackburn sets and fires, and the curveball is way up high. Count is 1-0. Last season, Barger hit .243 with 21 home runs, 74 RBIs, and a .756 OPS. And the pitch is on the way. And the cutter catches the top of the strike zone for call, strike one.
Papa,
Yes, sir.
I'm going over to my mama's house.
All right. You're going to be back there, right?
Yep.
All right. Give me a kiss.
Maybe my car's.
All right. Talk to you later. And the pitch is grounded up the middle. Caballero is going to field it cleanly and shoot it to Paul Goldschmidt at first base for the second out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Davis Schneider.
I can tell Wyatt likes to be with Uncle Ken.
Grandpa.
Grandpa Ken.
And the pitch is on the way, and it is a sweeper in there for call. Strike one. And the batter is challenging the strike. And Schneider is going to cost the Blue Jays their first challenge because it is confirmed that it was a strike.
Just hit the top of the zone.
And Blackburn sets and fires, and his cutter is off the plate low. Count is evened at 1-1. Let's go Yankees. Blackburn sets and fires, and his fastball misses just off the plate. Count is, hey, can you take this for me?
Oh, yeah. Sure, no problem. So 2-1 count on Davis Schneider. 2 outs in the bottom of the first. Sorry, top of the first. 2 outs, nobody on base, top of the first inning. Here comes the 2-1 pitch, and it is hit in the air, popped up. Out goes Jazz, the second baseman, and he makes the catch. That'll do it for the Blue Jays in the top of the first inning. We'll go to the bottom of the first. No score.
Thank you, Evan. I'm back. Guess I got butt dialed.
Oh, no.
So I guess the wife will call back in a sec. Or maybe she won't call back at all. That was an 11 pitch at
his Yankees thing.
Yep. That was the wife. So she butt dialed me as she was coming to see me.
That happens.
So that was a very efficient inning for Blackburn. Only 11 pitches. It was looking real good.
Yep. Good inning for him.
And coming up in the bottom of the first is going to be Trent Grisham, Aaron Judge, and Jazz Chisholm Jr. On the bump for the Blue Jays is Jose Barrios. He was 9-5 last season with a 4.17 ERA. Opponents hit .253 against him, so and Barrios sets. And the pitch is on the way. The four-seamer is just inside. And the count is 1-0. Barrios sets, Ed fires, and the changeup floats outside. Count is 2-0. Grisham hit .235 last season with 34 home runs, 74 RBIs, and an .811 OPS. And the pitch is on the way. and it is outside. Count is 3-0. Definitely looking like Berrios does not have a feel for the zone at this point. Berrios sets and fires, and Grisham hammers this one down the first base line foul. Count is now 3-1. And Berrios sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is fouled straight back. Count is going to go 3-2 now. And Berrios sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is inside for ball 4. So the Yankees are going to have the leadoff hitter on base. Coming up to bat is the captain. All rise, the judges in the chambers. And Berrios sets. Pitch is on the way, and this one is chopped to the third baseman. It is flipped to second, and the ball is thrown away. So Grisham is going to be out at second. Judge will be safe at first, and that is an error. So there is 1 on, 1 out. Jazz Chisholm Jr. coming up to bat. Hello, Jason. Welcome to the stream. And the pitch is on the way, and it is a curveball off the plate. Count is 1-0. Jazz hit .242 last year with 31 home runs, 80 RBIs. Pitch is on the way, and the curveball is in there for call. Strike 1. Count is evened at 1-up. And the pitch is on the way, and the changeup is off the plate. Count is now 2-1 on Jazz. And Berrios sets. Pitch is on the way, and the cutter is up and in. Count is now 3-1 on Jazz. And Berrios sets. Pitch is on the way, and this one is grounded to the first baseman, who flips it to second. And that is going to be a 3-6-3 double play. And that is going to do it for the Yankees in the bottom of the first. And for those of you that have just hopped in, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family or the NY YankeeMania family, please consider subscribing. And I'm going to hand the game off to Evan in the second inning. Impressions?
Well, like what we saw from Blackburn in the first, and from the bottom of the first inning, wish that we would be a little bit more patient there, especially with Judge. But I understand he could be working on some things. Maybe he noticed a trend with Berrios. Maybe he just wanted to try something out, which is fine. It's spring training, and maybe Jazz could have ran a little bit harder there, but that's okay. That's pretty much it.
Well, you got to start somewhere, brother.
Yeah. But limit the strikeouts and we'll be okay. So for the Blue Jays, you have Eloy Jimenez coming up. Then it's Tyler Heineman and then Miles Straw. Hope everybody's having a good day so far. Good afternoon. It's a little bit warmer today than it's been in the past. About 50 degrees in New Jersey and New York. Springtime is right around the corner. March is tomorrow. Here comes Jimenez up to bat. Paul Blackburn on the mound. First pitch is a called strike. Count is 0-1. The 0-1 pitch on the way from Blackburn to Eloy Jimenez. Blackburn sets and deals the 0-1. The pitch is off the plate. Sweeper missed the outside part of the zone. Count is 1-1. The 1-1 pitch on the way. Blackburn sets and deals the 1-1 pitch. And it is a ground ball to third base. Right there to make the throw. And the out is the third baseman, Ornelas. So there's one away in the top of the second. Blackburn has not allowed a base runner thus far. 4 up, 4 down for Toronto. Here comes Tyler Heineman, the Blue Jays catcher. Here comes the pitch to Blackburn, from Blackburn. Pitch is swing and a miss. A cutter on the inside part of the plate gets Heineman to swing through it. Count is 0-1. Here comes the 0-1 pitch to Heineman, and it is swung on, little line drive into right field. That will get down for a base hit. So Heineman sticks the bat out and just makes contact. That pitch was low in the zone. Heineman was able to get the barrel to the ball. So the Blue Jays have a runner on first and 1 out. Up to bat is Miles Straw, former Cleveland Guardian. Hit .262 last year for Toronto. Runner on first, 1 out. First pitch on the way from Blackburn. And the pitch is in there for a called strike. Count is 0-1. The 0-1 pitch on the way. Blackburn ready to deal the 0-1. And the 0-1 pitch is swung on, ground ball to third base, onto second for 1, back to first in time for a 5-4-3 double play. So Blue Jays strand 1 runner. We'll go to the bottom of the second inning. It's still 0-0.
And coming up for the Yankees in the bottom of the second is going to be Paul Goldschmidt, Austin Wells, and Jose Caballero.
Yes. And that's what makes Blackburn effective, is that he can get those pitches to a point where he produces a lot of ground balls. And we saw that.
Well, Jules, the reason that Spencer Jones is not hitting fourth, he's hit 3 bombs this spring training and had 4 strikeouts. His current strikeout rate is 40%, and Jones has a speed component to his game. So hitting 9th is basically like having 2 leadoff hitters.
Right.
That means that Jones is definitely anchoring the bottom half of the lineup.
Yeah, and in a game like this where you're having most of your starters play, you're not going to have Spencer Jones hit in the top half of that lineup. He's going to be lower. But it's a good way to see how he can fit with the team and the lineup itself. So coming to the bottom of the second inning, as Ken mentioned, Paul Goldschmidt will lead off. Barrios remains on the mound. Goldschmidt up to bat. Here comes the pitch from Barrios. And the pitch is low and outside for ball one. Count is 1-0. The 1-0 pitch from Barrios. Here comes the pitch, is outside. That was a slurve that missed on the outside part of the zone. Count is 2-0. 2-0 on Paul Goldschmidt. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. And the sinker misses low for ball three. Count is 3-0. So Barrios gets behind Goldschmidt here, 3-0, as he did with Trent Grisham back in the first. The 3-0 pitch is a called strike. That one just caught the outside part of the zone. Count is 3-1. The 3-1 pitch on the way. Here comes the 3-1, and the pitch is hit foul right behind the plate. Count is 3-2. The 3-2 pitch on the way. Here comes the 3-2, and Barrios steals. The pitch is taken up and in for ball four. Yankees will have a leadoff base runner here in the second in Paul Goldschmidt. Up to bat now is the catcher, Austin Wells. Second time in the first two innings that the Yankees have led off the inning with a walk. Here comes Wells. The first pitch from Barrios is a changeup that sails outside. Count is 1-0. And Heineman will go out to talk to Barrios here. Is there a reason why his changeup is missing out of the zone, Ken?
He doesn't have a stable landing spot. Apparently, he pitched his first game of spring training earlier this week and then followed up with a 30-pitch bullpen session, trying to work the kinks out. He doesn't have a consistent release point, and his landing spot is off.
The 1-0 pitch on the way from Barrios. Here comes the pitch, and this one is fouled away. Count is 1-1. 1-1 on Wells. Barrios looks back at first, checking on Goldschmidt. Here comes the 1-1. Pitch is in there for a called strike. That was a slurve at 82 miles an hour. Count is 1-2.
Major League Baseball just likes to rename pitches. That slur, it's a curveball.
The 1-2 pitch is fouled away. Count remains 1-2. Here comes the 1-2 on the way. Barrios looks back Goldschmidt at first. Here comes the 1-2, and Wells calls timeout. So we'll wait a moment here. Wells gets back into the batter's box, ready to face the 1-2 on the way. Berrios looks back at first and deals the 1-2 pitch, and the 1-2 is taken outside. Good take by Wells. Count is 2-2. Main thing for Wells will be to let the ball travel to him. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Berrios delivers, and the pitch is taken for a called strike 3. Good sinker at 93 miles per hour gets Wells looking. So there's one away in the second. Here comes Jose Caballero, the shortstop, up to bat. Here comes the first pitch to Caballero, and it is in there for a called strike. The count is 0-1. The 0-1 pitch on the way to Caballero. Pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 0-2. Here comes the 0-2 on the way. Runner at first with one out. In the bottom of the second, the 0-2 pitch is taken low. Count is 1-2. Berrios about to deal the 1-2. Presents a lot of different looks with his off speed. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. And Berrios checks back over at first on Goldschmidt. Gets back in there safely. About to do the 1-2. Berrios sets, and the 1-2 pitch to Caballero. Pitch is inside. I believe that the ball was off the bat there, deflected off the bat. Or did it not? Nope, it did not hit the bat at all, so that is a ball inside. Count is 2-2. 2-2 on the way. Pitch is hit in the air to shallow center field. In comes the center fielder, and he makes the catch for the second out of the inning. That was Miles Straw to make the catch there in center field. 2 away in the bottom of the second inning. Goldschmidt led off with a walk. And 2 outs, no runner advance since then. Here comes Ryan McMahon up to bat. First pitch on the way from Berrios to McMahon is hit in the air to center field again. Miles Straw coming in, tracking it, and he makes the catch. So that'll do it for the Yankees in the second. They also strain 1 base runner. And we'll go to the top of the third inning. No score. And I'll hand it back over to Ken for the third.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
No problem.
Team seems a little bit sluggish today after that barrage in against the Twins yesterday. Although most of these guys didn't play. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan McMahon did my aggravating thing on a 1 pitch out.
Yeah.
Did not drive Berrios' pitch count up like we could have.
Yep. He's had a good spring training though, McMahon. Hitting the ball the other way.
Jake, you have a bad feeling about Wells? When exactly is it that you don't have a bad feeling about everything dealing with the Yankees? And coming up to bat for the Yes, I can see you, Bill. Hi, Wendy. Welcome to the stream. Question for you, Wendy. Do you have your notifications turned on? And Blackburn sets, and the first pitch is a curveball down low. Count is 1-0. Sean Keys is up to bat. Blackburn sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is going to catch the upper outside portion of the plate for call, strike one. Count is evened at 1-1. Hey, Ronald. Yep, I know that, Bill. And the cutter is going to catch the lower inside portion of the plate for call, strike two. Count is 1-2. Blackburn sets, fires, and the curveball is way up high and outside. Count is evened at deuce. Blackburn sets and fires, and the changeup is swung on and missed for the strikeout. And that is the first strikeout for Paul Blackburn, I think, of the preseason.
Yeah.
Namala is coming up to bat. And the pitch is on the way, and this one is chopped to the second baseman. Jazz fields it cleanly and fires to Goldschmidt to record the second out of the inning. Blackburn is at 24 pitches in the game, so his pitch count is looking real good. I was asking about notifications, Wendy, since you're a member of this channel. I posted a couple of shorts that members have instant access to. So check that out. Let me know if you can actually see it. And Blackburn sets and fires, and the curveball is in there for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1. And Blackburn sets, and the pitch is on the way. The fastball is inside. Count is 1-1. And Blackburn sets, fires, and the pitch is going to catch the outside portion of the plate for call, strike two. Count is 1-2. Blackburn sets and fires, and the sweeper is hit down the third base line off of Ornellis's glove, and McAdoo is going to make it to first base safely. Coming up to bat is Jimenez. Jimenez is 0 for 1 on the afternoon. Me personally, if I was scoring, Bill, I'd call that one an error. And the pitch is on the way, and it is going to catch the top of the strike zone for strike one. And Blackburn sets. The sinker is down low. Count is evened out 1-1. Blackburn sets, and the sweeper is off the plate. Count is now 2-1. And Blackburn sets. Pitch is on the way, and the fastball is down low. Count is now 3-1. For those of you just hopping in the stream, the score is locked up at donuts. There is a runner at first base with 2 outs and a 3-1 count on Jimenez. Blackburn sets and fires, and this one is chopped weakly to Caballero, who flips to Jazz at second to record the 3rd out. And that is going to do it for the Blue Jays in the top of the 3rd. I'm going to bring Joe up for a scoreboard update. Welcome back, Joe. What do you know?
How you doing, guys? How's it going? How's everybody doing? This is a little faster game from yesterday, that's for sure. How you doing, Evan?
Doing well.
It's good. I want to say before we do anything else, big congratulations to Evan. We got the numbers for the Super Bowl game that we did on Super Bowl Sunday, and they were tremendous. Not only were they tremendous, but it was the first time that YouTube sent out the notifications to 10,000 people for that broadcast. So we want to say congratulations to Evan. It wasn't the greatest Super Bowl unless you were fans of one team, but he kept everybody going, and I know the time and everything about an hour and a half. So congratulations, Evan, for a great stream, and thank you. We can't thank you enough.
Oh, no problem. Thank you.
And today's scoreboard as we speak right now, the Atlanta Braves 2, the Orioles 1, top of the 3rd. The Twins lead the Red Sox 3-2, top 2. The Tigers 3-0 on the Tampa Bay Rays in the top of the 3rd. Bottom 3rd, 0-0, Pirates Astros. Bottom 2, Phillies 1, Blue Jays 0. Top 2, the Cardinals 2-0 over the Marlins. Top 3, the Mets and the Nationals are scoreless. Later on, we have the Giants, Athletics, Cubs, Dodgers, and Dodgers, Texas. They have a split squad today. The Dodgers, the White Sox, and the Guardians later. The Mariners, Padres later. Reds and Brewers later. That is your update so far, everyone. Again, thanks for streaming on both channels. We really appreciate it. And guys, take it away. We'll see you in the 6th inning. Have a great day, everyone. Keep watching.
And the first pitch to Anellis is hammered down the 3rd baseline, foul. Jimenez Ornelas swings and misses. Count is 0-2 on the curve. And Barrios sets and fires, and the curveball is down low. Count is 1-2. Barrios sets and fires, and the changeup drops in there for call, strike 3. So Ornelas goes down looking. Coming up to bat is Spencer Jones. Hey, Damon, welcome to the stream. And the pitch is on the way, and Spencer Jones cannot hold up. Check swing is called a strike. Count is 0-1. Barrios sets and fires, and the 4-seamer is up and in. Count is 1-1. Is this going to be the at-bat that Spencer Jones actually gets a single? And Barrios sets and fires, and the pitch is up and away. Count is 2-1. And Barrios sets, and Spencer Jones fouls this one straight back. Count is evened at deuce. Barrios is 38 pitches into this game. And Barrios sets, and this pitch is hammered foul down the third base line. Pitch is and Barrios sets. Pitch is on the way. And this one is hammered to center field. But Straw is backing up. This one's going to stay in the park, and he makes the play in deep left center field for the second out. Coming up to bat is Trent Grisham. And Barrios sets. And the curveball is down low to Grisham. Count is 1-0. Grisham doesn't have an official at bat today. He walked in his first plate appearance. And the pitch is on the way, and the curveball drops in there for call, strike one. Count is evened at 1-1. And the pitch is on the way, and this one is popped straight back. And the play is going to be made by the catcher in foul territory. So that is going to do it for the Yankees in the top of the third. Coming up in the bottom of the third is going to be Barger, Snyder, and Jimenez. And to this point, the Yankees have no hits. Not looking very productive with the bats today.
Feels like one of those games where they score a lot of runs and then the next day they just look flat. But I mean, in this case, you can't really say that because it's a different lineup, different players.
Completely different lineup. Thank you for those of you taking time out of your busy Saturday afternoon to listen to a little bit of baseball. If you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family or the NY YankeeMania family, please consider subscribing. Your support is most appreciated.
Yep. Appreciate everybody here today.
Most definitely.
What do you think of Blackburn so far, Ken?
I like what he's showing. His pitch count is intact and solid. His pitches, he's varying his speeds very well, and he is staying close to the strike zone. He's doing what you need to see.
Ground ball rate, good too. So
And Blackburn sets, and the pitch is grounded through the infield. Daz Chisholm dives, and Judge is going to flip the ball back into the infield. So the Blue Jays have their leadoff runner on base.
Am I doing this inning, Ken?
Is this the bottom or the top? No, this is yours. Never mind. Sorry, I screwed that one up.
It's all right. So Barger at first with a single. David Schneider up the bat. Paul Blackburn is still in the game. In the top of the fourth, runner on first. No score here in Tampa. First pitch to Schneider is in there for a called strike. Count is 0-1. Blackburn has 1 strikeout so far. 3 hits given up, no runs. First 0-1 on the way. The pitch is a little bit upstairs. Count is 1-1. No score in the top of the fourth. Blue Jays have a runner at first. Nobody out. 1-1 pitch to Schneider is fouled away. Count is 1-2. The 1-2 pitch on the way from Blackburn. Blackburn sets. And the pitch to Schneider. Here comes the 1-2. Pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. Schneider tried to hold his swing. He could not. Good outside curveball right there, or slider for Blackburn. And there's 1 out in the top of the fourth with a runner on first. Blackburn sits at 38 pitches. So coming up to bat now is Eloy Jimenez, the right fielder. First pitch to Jimenez is hit right back up the middle. That's going to be a base hit. Into center field, Grisham has it, throws it back in. And the Blue Jays have runners on first and second with 1 out. Up to bat comes the catcher, Tyler Heineman. Aaron Boone doing an interview right now on the Yes Network. We'll see if he pulls Blackburn. With 39 pitches in the fourth. First and second, 1 out. Looks like he's going to keep him in the face, Heineman, the lefty. First pitch on the way. Blackburn looks back at second, fires home, and the pitch is swung on line drive right to second. Jazz throws over to first in time for the double play. That was a 4-3 double play. Jazz Chisholm caught it on a fly, threw over to Goldschmidt, and got the leading Eloy Jimenez, who was halfway from first to second. So a double play there for the Yankees. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth, no score. That was
Sorry about interrupting you there.
No problem, Ken.
The inning went by so quick. I was like, wow, all right.
Didn't expect that to happen on the first pitch.
Blackburn definitely has got the hitters off balance.
Yeah.
They're making contact, but it's not hard contact, and that's a good thing, especially for him if he ends up being a spot starter for us.
He's looked great.
I mean, right now, Blackburn is the 6th Yankee starter that we've seen in the spring training, and all starters have looked very, very good.
I agree. Leading off for the
Through
Yankees
4 innings in a normal hole, he would be at 60 pitches, and he is at 40.
He can go another one. Coming up to bat for the Yankees in the bottom of the fourth will be Aaron Judge, Jazz Chisholm Jr., and Paul Goldschmidt. Judge coming up to bat here in the bottom of the fourth. No score so far. Jose Barrios remains on the mound for Toronto. Here comes Judge. Judge grounded into a fielder's choice in the first inning. Here comes the pitch to Judge. Barrios sets and delivers. The pitch is in there for a called strike. Count is 0-1. That was a 84-mile-an-hour curveball. The 0-1 pitch to Judge is swung on and missed. Good changeup there from Barrios. Count is 0-2. Judge calls his timeout. O2 on the way. Barrios is at 45 pitches here in the fourth. The 0-2 to Judge, and the pitch is fouled away. Barrios tried going with a high sinker, and Judge fouled it away. Count is 0-2. The 0-2 pitch on the way to Judge. Here comes the pitch, and it is inside for ball one. Count is 1-2. One-two pitch coming up to Judge. Here comes the 1-2. Barrios sets and delivers the 1-2 pitch, and it runs up and in on Judge. Count is even at 2-2. His changeup seems to be moving off the plate pretty quickly there. To a righty, it's moving in. To a lefty, it's moving outside. Here comes the 2-2 pitch to Judge. And the pitch is swung on and grounded weakly to the shortstop. It's going to be a tough play for Jimenez. He throws on the run, and he gets Aaron Judge in time for the first out in the bottom of the fourth. Good play there by the shortstop, Jimenez. And there's one out in the bottom of the fourth. My bad, that was Namala at shortstop. Namala to make the play there on Judge. So one out in the bottom of the fourth, and up to bat comes Jazz Chisholm Jr. Pitch to Jazz is taken upstairs for ball one. Count is 1-0. The 1-0 pitch to Jazz. Pitch is taken upstairs again. A high sinker. Count is 2-0. Here comes the 2-0 pitch to Jazz. And the pitch is inside. Count is 3-0. Here comes the 3-0 pitch on the way to Jazz. The 3-0 pitch is hit on the ground right to first, and taking it to the bag himself to record the second out of the inning is Sean Keys. So 2 away in the bottom of the fourth. Jazz swinging on 3-0 does not work out in his favor. All of the Yankees base runners today have been through the walk. No hits so far. Up to bat comes Paul Goldschmidt. Nobody on, 2 outs in the fourth. First pitch to Paul Goldschmidt is popped up, and converging in on the infield is the shortstop and the second baseman, but the second baseman right there to make the catch is Leo Jimenez. So that will do it for the Yankees in the fourth. Game remains scoreless, 0-0, and we'll head to the top of the fifth. hand this one back up over to Ken.
Yep. Definitely the timing is not there. Swinging the pitches out of the zone. It's not looking very good at the plate today.
Nope.
Coming up to bat in the top of the fifth is going to be Straw, Keys, and Namala. Curious if Paul Blackburn will come out for another inning of work. His pitch count is very low. So hitting is a low point, pitching is a high point. And it looks like David Bednar is coming in to replace Paul Blackburn today. Thank you for those of you who have taken time to watch a little bit of baseball. Appreciate y'all's support. If you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family or the NY Yankee Mania family, please consider subscribing to one and the same. Your support is always appreciated. And Bednar last season had a 2.30 ERA. Batting average against him was 200, so 40%, 42% below league average. He pitched Wednesday night and had a scoreless inning. No problem, Clint. And the first pitch is four-seamer at 95 miles an hour, ringing the heart of the Broadway. Call strike one. Count is 0-1 on Straw. Straw is 0 for 1 on the afternoon. And the next pitch is on the way. Caballero goes into the hole, feels it, and shoots across the diamond to Paul Goldschmidt to record the first out of the inning. Two pitches, one out. Like the ratio.
Smooth play by Jose.
Yep. And Bednar sets and fires, and the curveball is called ball one, but I think he caught the top of the strike zone, but no challenge by Wells. And Bednar sets, fires, and the ball is hammered to the first baseman. Goldschmidt fills it cleanly and takes it himself to record the second out. So 4 pitches and 2 outs. Great ratio. Namala is coming up to bat. He is 0 for 1 on the day with a ground out in his last at bat. And Bednar sets, fires, and the curveball is just inside. Wells tried to steal one there with the little bit of a pullback. Count is 1-0. And Bednar sets. Pitch is on the way. Beautiful curveball right down the heart of Broadway for call. Strike one. Count is 1-1. And the pitch is on the way. The curveball is low and away. Count is 2-1. And Bednar sets. Pitch is on the way, and this one is hammered at Caballero, who spins and fires across the diamond. Goldie has to stretch a little bit, but that is going to be the third out of the day. So the Yankees coming up to bat in the bottom of 5 is going to be Austin Wells, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Jose Caballero, 0 for 1, and Ryan McMahon, 0 for 1 with a pop-out.
Well, we're 1 hour into the game, and we're halfway through.
Halfway through. This one's going to be a quick one. I think it's going to be a flash bang for scoring runs. Probably 1 inning's worth, and then it'll be done.
Let's just hope they don't get no hit.
Yeah, Bill, you can tell the way he was flashing curveball. The Martian or Jones making it out of spring training for the roster. I see no chance of Dominguez making the major league roster this year. Sports fan, David Blackburn started for the Yankees today. Paul Blackburn. Jones, I think that the Yankees are enamored with this strikeout rate, and that'll probably keep him in the minor leagues. And it looks like Ryan Jennings is coming in to replace Jose Barrios. The first pitch to Wells is a sinker down low for up high for ball 1. Count is 1-0. Jennings sets and fires, and the fastball is inside the Wells. Count is evened at 1-1. Or 2-0. And the umpire is waving it off. Apparently there is a pitch clock violation for Jennings, so that's an automatic ball 3. And Jennings sets. The pitch is up high, and that is ball 4. Man, that was a quick walk.
Yes.
So Wells strips his gear off and is heading to first base. Coming up to bat is Jose Caballero, 0 for 1 with a flyout. Jennings sets. And he quick throws over to first base. It hits a diving Wells, but Wells is not going to advance. And Jennings sets. Curveball is right down the heart of Broadway for call, strike 1. Nice 12-6. Count is 0-1. And the pitch is on the way. The second curveball is down low. Count is evened at 1-1. Well, Bill, if you're going to have a bad pickoff move when you're throwing, hitting the runner in the can is always a good thing. And Jennings sets and fires, and the fastball is off the plate. Count is now 2-1. Caballero is back in the box. Pitch is on the way, and he waves at some crap that's inside. Count is even at deuce. Hey, Sean, welcome to the stream, my brother. And the pitch is on the way, and the curveball is in the dirt. Count is now full, 3-2. For those of you just joining the game, the score is locked up at donuts. We're in the bottom of the fifth. The Yankees have a runner at first with the full count on Jose Caballero. And Jennings sets. Pitch is on the way, and this one is hammered down the left field line, and it is going to make it all the way to the wall. And Wells is rounding third, and he is going to score the first run of the game. So the Yankees have a 1-0 lead. Caballero is standing at second with a beautiful double to have the first hit for the Yankees of today. It's funny, though, showing the replay of it, and Caballero doesn't even have to run hard. He's jogging. I'm just going to jog to second. So the score is now 1-0 Yankees with Ryan McMahon coming up to bat. McMahon is 0 for 1 on the afternoon with a pop out to the catcher in his first plate appearance. Let's see if we can get a little bit more offense, situational hitting going, and bring in another run. McMahon gets a solid single. Caballero is definitely capable of scoring from second without a doubt. Cabby, stop talking to the enemy, put your damn helmet on, and take your lead. And Jennings sets and fires, and this ball is grounded to the second baseman, Jimenez, who fires to Keys to record the out, but it was a productive out because Caballero advances to third. So the Yankees have a runner at third with 2 outs, and Ornelas is coming up to bat. He is 0 for 1 on the afternoon with a strikeout. And Jennings sets and fires, and the slider is inside. Count is 1-0. And Jennings sets and fires, and the fastball is down low. Count is 2-0 on Ornelas. You're right, Celia. That is the second time that he swung at the first pitch. And the pitch is on the way, and the sinker is way down low. It kicks away from the catcher. Count is now 3-0. So, rookie Ornelas, you do not have the green light to swing away. Just take the damn ball right down the middle. And Jennings sets. Pitch is on the way, and that one is way inside for ball 4. So Ornelas is stripping his crap off and heading to first base. The Yankees now have runners at first and third with 1 out. Spencer Jones is coming up to bat. He is 0 for 1 on the day with a fly out to left center field. And Jennings sets, pitches on the way, and the curveball catches the middle of the plate for call. Strike 1. Count is 1-0. You know, Bill, if that was my curveball, I'd give it up and look for a different pitch. And Jennings sets and fires, and his fastball is out of the strike zone and low. Count is evened at 1-1. And Jennings sets and fires, and the pitch drifts off the plate. Count is 2-1. And Jennings sets and fires, and a curveball is swung on and missed. That was a horrible swing by Jones, swinging at some crap that was completely never in the strike zone. Count is evened at 2-2. And if Spencer Jones strikes out, we're going to cook his goose. And the pitch is on the way. And this is chopped up the middle. It is going to be taken at second base for out. The ball is going to be thrown away, but a second run is going to score for the Yankees. That is definitely going to be an error and not an RBI. The Namala bounced past that one. And of course, Jones is going to advance to second. So Grisham is coming up to bat, and we have runner at second with 2 outs. And the first pitch to Wells is a sinker way off the plate. Count is 1-0. My bet is Jennings is a young pitcher because this guy has absolutely no control of the strike zone. And the curveball is on the way, and it is way low and in the dirt. Count is 2-0 on Grisham. Grisham is 0 for 1 on the afternoon with a walk in his first plate appearance. And the pitch is on the way, and the fastball is way up high. Count is now 3-0. And the pitch is on the way, and that is way inside. And they're reporting that Randall Grichuk is working out with the Yankees in Tampa. And that is ball 4. And Grisham is going to take his lumbering trot to first base. Coming up to bat is the captain, Aaron Judge. Hey, Cruz, what do you know? Blackburn did well today. So we're going to take a brief pause while there is a mound visit, and we have gone to commercial break. Thank you all for all of your support. We appreciate you being here. And it looks like they're going to have a pitching change. So we'll go ahead and play the song. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. One more time. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. And Ryan Jennings is going to be replaced by Kellen Sauer. We're going to end up having a little bit longer wait while the new pitcher warms up. Your membership is canceled? Well, I'll look at that. Hey, Petruzzi, what do you know?
Hey, Jacob.
And for all of you hopping on, the Yankees are currently in the bottom of the fifth. There is a pitching change going on. The Yankees have scored the first 2 runs of the game and gotten their first hit. Yankees lead the Blue Jays 2-0. Runners at first and second with 2 outs, and the captain is up to bat. And the first pitch to the captain is down low. What do you know? Count is 1-0. We got a little bit of this rhyming thing going on. And the next pitch is on the way, and it is a fastball that is going to catch the bottom of the strike zone. Count is 1-1. And Sauer sets and fires, and the fastball is right down the heart of the Broadway. He doesn't have a lot of velocity because that fastball was 91 miles an hour, and it was called strike 2. Count on the captain is 1-2. All right, Judgy, let's do something because we all rose for you. And the captain takes time. Sauer sets, and he is checking on the runner at second. Fires, and the curveball is way off the plate. Count is evened at 2-2. And the pitch is on the way, and it is bounced to third base or shortstop. He is going to flip to Jimenez to record the 3rd out of the inning, and that is going to do it for the Yankees. So coming up to bat in the top of the 4th or the 6th is going to be McAdoo, Jimenez, and Barger. I'm going to hand this one off to Evan.
Thank you, Ken. Got some action finally. Yankees lead 2-0. Caballero hit a double, which scored Austin Wells. McMahon hit a ground ball to second, which advanced Caballero to third base. Ornelas worked the walk. Spencer Jones got his RBI on a fielder's choice. Made it 2-0 Yankees. And those are how we scored our 2 runs. So no long balls so far. Coming up to bat for the Toronto Blue Jays will be Charles McAdoo, Leo Jimenez, and Addison Barger. Thank you, Real Bill, for the super chat.
Real Bill, according to my tally log, it has you having a canceled membership and an upgrade to a silver membership. I'm not sure what's going on.
Going to the top of the 6th. Yankees lead 2-0.
Looks
on
like
a Jose Caballero double.
Looks like Fernando Cruz is coming in.
Yes, Fernando Cruz coming into pitch for the top of the 6th. Last year had a 3.56 ERA for our Yankees. Here comes Charles McAdoo to lead off things in the 6th inning for Toronto. Here comes the first pitch on the way from Cruz, and the pitch is just off the plate for ball 1. Slider misses outside. McAdoo was 1 for 1 today with a single back in the 3rd inning. 1-0 pitch on the way to McAdoo from Cruz. And the pitch is swung on, hit in the air to left field down the line. That will be a base hit. It goes to the wall. Spencer Jones plays it out there in left field and throws it back in. Charles McAdoo reaches second base with a leadoff double. Coming up to bat now is Leo Jimenez. That was a sinker that just missed up and over the plate by Cruz. Didn't get it in enough on McAdoo. So Leo Jimenez comes up to bat, their leadoff hitter. Runner on second, nobody out. Here comes the pitch from Cruz. And the splitter runs inside on Jimenez for ball 1. Count is 1-0. Jimenez flew out and grounded into a fielder's choice. He is 0 for 2 today. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Cruz, and the pitch is in there for a called strike at a slider. 80 mile an hour slider there from Cruz. Count is even at 1-1. The 1-1 pitch, Cruz sets and delivers. The pitch is swung on and missed. Splitter that gets the outside part of the zone. Count is 1-2. This is where Fernando Cruz's strikeout ability comes into play here with a runner on base. So there's no advancement. Here comes the 1-2 on the way. Pitch from Cruz is swung on and chopped foul. Count is remaining 1-2. One-two pitch on the way from Cruz to Leo Jimenez. Here comes the 1-2. Cruz sets and delivers. The pitch is just low below the knees. Wells cannot keep that one in his glove. Count is even at 2-2.
All right, Wendy, thanks for hopping in, and have a good time with your son, and we'll catch you on the flip side.
2-2 on the way from Cruz. The pitch is up high for ball 3. Count is full 3-2. So we go from 0-2 to 3-2. McAdoo leads off of second. Here comes the 3-2 pitch to Jimenez, and he checked his swing. Did he go? No, he did not, says the first base umpire. And Jimenez works a walk. So the Blue Jays will have runners on first and second with nobody out in the top of the 6th. Coming up to bat now for Toronto will be Addison Barger. Coming into pinch run for Leo Jimenez is Cutter Coffee. Coming up to bat is Addison Barger, who had a single in the 4th inning. Here comes the first pitch on the way from Cruz to Barger. And the pitch is in there. He fouls it away. Count is 0-1.
Welcome to the stream, Charles. Good to see you.
Welcome, Charles. Here comes the 0-1 pitch from Cruz to Barger. And Cruz sets. Looks back at second. Here comes the 0-1. And Cruz delivers the 0-1 pitch, and it is in there for a called strike 2. 0-2 on Barger. McAdoo leads off of second, and Cutter Coffee leads off of first. Here comes the 0-2 pitch from Cruz, and the pitch is popped up into left center field. Moving to his right is Trent Grisham, who makes the catch for the first out of the 6th. I'm telling you, Ken, Cruz got away with that pitch there.
Yes, he did.
So Blue Jays will have runners on first and second with 1 out. Runners do not advance. Up to bat now for Toronto is Davis Schneider, the left fielder. So Cruz dealing with a first and second 1 out situation with 12 pitches in the 6th. Davis Schneider up to bat, who was 0 for 2 on the day with a pop out and a strikeout. Here comes the first pitch to Schneider. And Cruz looks back at second, throws over to Jazz. But McAdoo is back in safely. Jazz wasn't even covering second base. He was a little bit far off. He's playing just about a foot away from the bag, almost parallel to it. First pitch to Schneider is in there for a called strike. Count is 0-1. The 0-1 pitch on the way from Cruz to Schneider is outside. Count is 1-1. The 1-1 pitch from Cruz to Schneider. Cruz looks in for the sign, looks back at second, and fires the 1-1 pitch. And this one is just outside, but Cruz is going to challenge this one. Looks like he may have caught the outside part of the plate as Cruz thinks it did. We'll see if the challenge is successful. And the pitch shows that it is off the plate. ABS tells us that the pitch was 2.8 inches off the plate. Count remains to be 2-1. Austin Wells was looking at Cruz like, what are you challenging this for? Here comes the pitch to Schneider. And the splitter is low away in the dirt. Count is 3-1. Wells had to block that one with his chest protector. Keeps it in front of him. Runners remain at first and second here. 1 out in the top of the 6th. Blue Jays threatening in the 6th inning. 3-1 count coming up here on Schneider. The 3-1 pitch on the way from Cruz. And the 3-1 is hit on the ground to third base, but it is a foul ball. Count is now full 3-2. Let's see if Cruz can get a big out here in the 6th. The 3-2 on the way. 3-2 on the way from Cruz. Here comes the pitch. 3-2 on the way. 3-2 pitch is outside, ball 4. So Schneider works a walk. The second walk of the inning for Toronto. And that will bring up Eloy Jimenez with the bases loaded. Bases loaded for Toronto in the 6th inning. 1 out. Jimenez up to bat. Eloy Jimenez is 1 for 2 with a single in the 4th inning. Here comes the first pitch to Jimenez. Here's the pitch, and it is outside in the dirt. Count is 1-0. At third base is McAdoo. Second base is Leo Jimenez, and first base is Schneider. So there was no pinch runner for Jimenez there. I don't know why game day said there was. Jimenez, Eloy Jimenez up to bat. The 1-0 pitch. Cruz sets and delivers the pitch. It is grounded to shortstop. Caballero Over to second for one. Jazz on to first. Double play for the Yankees here. Their third double play of the day. That is a 6-4-3 double play. As the Yankees escape another jam here. 2-0 Yankees will go to the bottom of the sixth.
And we're going to bring Joe up for some baseball news and score updates. Welcome back, Joe.
How you doing, guys? What's going on? So the Blue Jays look like the Yankees today, and we look like the Blue Jays, and I kind of like this feel. I just wanted to keep going. I feel very confident in our pitching, in our defense, situational hitting. They're moving runners around. You couldn't ask for more than what they're doing right now, guys. You have to be pretty happy. But let's get a scoreboard update. We have the Atlanta Braves 3-2 at the end of 6 over the Baltimore Orioles. The Boston Red Sox have taken the lead in the bottom of the fourth, 6-4 over the Twins. The Tigers lead the Rays 6-1, top 6. Pittsburgh Pirates 3, the Houston Astros 2, bottom 5. The Phillies 4, the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays. What am I saying? It's the second Blue Jay team, 4-2, top of the fifth. Split squad. Yeah, God forbid they put that on here. The Cardinals 7, the Marlins 1, top of the fourth. The Nationals shutting out the Mets right now, 3-0, top 6. And everything else is later. Giants, A's, Cubs, Dodgers. Again, Dodgers, Texas with a split squad. Chicago White Sox, the Guardians, Marlins, Padres, and Reds and Brewers. Diamondbacks and Angels, Royals and Rockies, all later starts. Guys are doing a great job. I just, like I said, I'm pretty excited with what's going on here. And we do have some, when we come back, we do have some exciting news for everyone about our second channel. But guys, take it away and have a good rest of the game, the 3 innings. Take care, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And coming up to bat for the Yankees is Jazz Chisholm, Paul Goldschmidt, and Austin Wells.
Yep.
And the first pitch
Wait,
for
Ken.
Jazz is yes.
I'm doing this.
This is yours. All right. God damn it.
Bottom
I'm
of
going
the
to shut
sixth.
my mouth and I'll be back.
First pitch to Jazz is swung on and missed. That was the second pitch. New pitcher in for the Blue Jays is Garco. The 1-1 pitch is up and away for ball 2. First pitch was a ball. Second pitch was a swing and a miss. Third pitch was a ball, so count is 2-1 on Jazz. Nate Garco into pitch for Toronto. We saw him earlier when the Yankees played the Blue Jays in the Blue Jays home for spring training. The 2-1 pitch is fouled away. Count is 2-2. 2-2 pitch on the way. Thank you, everybody, for joining. If you have not liked and subscribed, please do so to both channels. 2-2 pitch is popped up, but it will go out of play. Count remains 2-2. Bottom of the sixth inning, Yankees have a 2-0 lead over the Blue Jays. Count is even at 2-2. Nobody on, nobody out here in the sixth. Here comes the 2-2 pitch to Jazz, and the pitch is fouled away. Count remains 2-2. It's been a solid game from the Yankees so far. No errors for the Yankees, 1 for Toronto. The 2-2 pitch on the way to Jazz is low and away for ball 3. Count is full 3-2. 3-2 pitch on the way to Jazz from Garco. And the 3-2 pitch is swung on and grounded to second. And second baseman throws over to first in time for the first out of the inning. That was the second baseman, Cutter Coffee. So 1 out for the Yankees in the bottom of the sixth. Up to bat now is Paul Goldschmidt. Blue Jays have brought in some of their replacements here. They brought in Carlos Mendoza to left field Colossae in center field, Micheletti into right field. Paul Goldschmidt up at the plate. First pitch to him is in there for a called strike. Slider at 75 miles an hour hits the inside part of the strike zone. Count is 0-1. The 0-1 pitch to Goldie is swung on, hit up the middle, and that will get through into center field for a base hit. So Goldschmidt reaches his bat out and hits a single up the middle. So the Yankees will have a one-out base runner in the sixth. Paul Goldschmidt on base for the second time today after he walked earlier in the game. Welcome back, Ken.
Thanks, sir.
Pitch to Austin Wells is a little bit high for ball one. Count is 1-0. Wells walked in the fifth inning, which led to a run. A couple of runs there for the Yankees in the fifth. Here comes the pitch to Wells, and this one is driven in the air to right field. Going back, looking up, and this one is out of here. Hits the outfield sign. And the Yankees take a 4-0 lead in the bottom of the sixth. Austin Wells with a 2-run bomb. Coming up to bat is Jose Caballero. First pitch to him is a called strike. Count is 0-1. We've seen a little bit of small ball, a little bit of big ball from the Yankees today. Pitch to Caballero was challenged by Caballero, and the call is overturned. First pitch is a ball. Count is 1-0. Nope, sorry. The first pitch was a called strike. The second pitch was a ball. Count is 1-1. Or no, I had it right before. It was 1-0. Now it's 2-0. Count is now 2-0 on Caballero. 2-0 on Caballero. And the 2-0 pitch from Garco is swung on and missed. Count is 2-1. Austin Wells provides the Yankees with 2 more runs as they go up 4-0 now on Toronto. The 2-1 pitch on the way from Garco is swung on and missed. Another slider in there for a strike. Caballero swings and misses. Count is even at 2-2. The 2-2 pitch on the way to Caballero. Here comes the 2-2, and the pitch is grounded to shortstop. He fields it, fires over to first, who the first baseman comes off the bag but applies the tag to Caballero. And there are 2 outs in the bottom of the sixth. That was the shortstop. New shortstop for the Blue Jays, Cade Doughty, making the play. Up to bat now for the Yankees will be Ryan McMahon. That Austin Wells home run went so far that it hit the outfield bar sign in right field. Pitch to McMahon is up high for ball one. Count is 1-0. The 1-0 pitch on the way to McMahon. Garco at the set. And the 1-0 pitch on the way is in there for a called strike. Count is 1-1. The 1-1 pitch on the way. Pitch is inside to McMahon. Count is 2-1. Here comes the 2-1 pitch, and this one is inside. Count is 3-1. The 2-1 pitch, 3-1 pitch to McMahon. Here comes the 3-1, and this one is taken down low for ball 4. So good patient at bat by McMahon. Works his way on first with a walk. So coming up to bat now for the Yankees is Jonathan Ornelas. Two outs, runner on first. Yankees lead 4-0. Bottom of the 6th. Here comes the pitch to Ornelas, and this one is taken on the outside corner for a called strike 1. Count is 0-1. Ornelas walked back in the 5th inning. Here comes the 0-1 pitch to Ornelas from Garco, and the pitch is up high for ball 1. Count is 1-1. The 1-1 pitch on the way to Ornelas, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 1-2. Here comes the 1-2 pitch, and Ornelas takes this one upstairs for ball 2. Count is 2-2. Two-two pitch on the way, and it is swung on and grounded right to the second baseman, who fields the hop, fires over to first in time for the 3rd out of the inning. But the Yankees score 2 on a Austin Wells 2-run home run. Yankees lead 4-0. Go to the top of the 7th, and I'll hand this one back to Ken.
Thank you, Evan. Great call.
Thank you.
For those of you who have hopped into our stream, if you haven't hit the like and share, please do so. If you are not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family or the YankeeMania family, please consider subscribing to one and the same. Your support is most appreciated, and just want to say thank you. Coming up to bat in the top of 7 for the Blue Jays is Parker, Clase, and Hornug.
Good to see the Yankees score runs in both ways today. Small ball, long ball. And we each got to call the 2 runs each scored by the Yankees. 2 runs apiece.
Yep, indeed we were. Well, with everyone taking off for the WBC, a lot of these young fellows are going to get the opportunity to show what they've got and the potential to be brought up. And it looks like Tim Hill is coming into the game. And he sets and fires, and the first pitch is in there for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1. Hill sets and fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 0-2 on Parker. Hill sets and fires, and the pitch is shot foul down the third base line. Count is 0-2. We're going to remain 0-2. Hill sets and fires, and the ball is slice foul down the right field line. Count remains 2-2. And Hill sets and fires, and the pitch is four-seamer that is up out of the strike zone for ball one. Count is 1-2. And Hill sets, fires, and the pitch is fouled off. Count remains 1-2. Hill's working fast today. He sets and fires, and the slider is way off the plate. Count is evened at 2-2. Hill sets and fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed for strike three. And that is going to be the first out of the inning. And Hill sets and fires, and the first pitch is inside for ball one. Count is 1-0. Hill sets and fires, and this ball is hit to center field. Grisham is tracking it, lumbers in, and he makes the play. Actually, that's not Grisham. Looks like Corona. Corona puts it away for the second out. Mug is coming up to bat. And the pitch is on the way, and it is just inside. I'm not sure. I think that was actually a strike, but. And they're challenging the call. Tim Hill is challenging this one. And the call is going to be overturned because he caught the outside of the strike zone. So the count is 0-1 on Hornmug. And the pitch is on the way, and it is swung on and missed. Count is 0-2. That was a beautiful sweeping slider. And the pitch is on the way, and it is grounded to the third baseman. He goes down on a knee, fields it cleanly, and shoots it to first base to record the third out of the inning. And that is going to do it for the Blue Jays in the top of the seventh. So we will head into the seventh inning stretch. And normally they'd be talking about the military member of the game, but they've gone to commercial break. So just my 2 cents. I'd like to wish all the soldiers, airmen, and sailors in the Middle East to be safe. We had airstrikes U.S. and Israel airstrikes against Iran morning. That region will be a hot keg, and just pray for the safety of all our service members there. And let's see. Luciano will be leading off in left field for the Yankees. So this should be the wholesale changeout inning.
Nick Torres is in right field.
And it looks like Fernando Perez is coming in for Garco. They just showed a quick flash of the military member, and it was a active U.S. Air Force person, United States Air Force in the house. Did not catch her name, so sorry. It's spring training broadcast, and they're working their bugs too. So during the regular season, we'll be more smooth and have better progressions. Just be patient. All right, we got dead air time. And it looks like Jorbit Vivas is going to be pinch hitting for and the first pitch is in there for call, strike one. Nice four-seamer.
And Fernando Perez into pitch.
And the next pitch is down low, and that's a ball. And the pitch is on the way, and Vivas chops the ball to first. Ormunga is going to field it himself and take it, and that's going to record the first out of the seventh inning. Well, Sean, I guess we're going to find out. We'll get a better look at him for sure. Corona is coming up to bat, and the pitch is on the way. And it is going to catch the top of the strike zone for call, strike one. Count is 0-1. Corona is an exciting player that we saw in a couple of games this season, or preseason. And the pitch is on the way, and the curveball is way inside. Count is evened out 1-1. And the pitch is on the way. And that is a fastball down low. Count is now 2-1. And sets, and the pitch is hammered down the left field line. And this one is going, and gone. And that is Corona's second four-bagger of the brings the Yankees lead to 5-0. And it looks like Nick Torres is coming up to bat. This is going to be his first plate appearance of the spring. And the first pitch is on the way. It is called strike one, but Torres is challenging it. And he is about to get spanked in his first challenge. The pitch is confirmed that it was a strike. And the ball is chopped to the shortstop, who flips to first base. And that is the second out of the inning. Once again, they're doing a middle interview in the middle of the game, and you're not seeing the ball game. And the pitch is on the way, and Luciano takes the ball inside. Count is 1-0. Perez sets, and he brings the pitch, and that is right down the heart of Broadway for call, strike one. Count is 1-1. Perez sets and fires, and the curveball is way off the plate and in the dirt. Count is 2-1. We are in the bottom of the seventh. The Yankees are leading 5-0. There are 2 outs with nobody on, and the count is 3-1 on Luciano. Now they're doing replays of the home run that was 3 batters ago. Perez sets and he fires, and this pitch is hammered foul down the right field line. Count is going to go to 3-2. And Perez sets and fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed. That is going to be strike 3, and that is going to do it for the Yankees in the bottom of the seventh. As we kick to the top of the eighth, coming up to bat for the Blue Jays is going to be Doherty, Goodwin, and Coffey. And I'll hand this one off to Evan.
Thank you, Ken. Good job calling the 8th inning, or sorry, 7th inning there. 5-0 Yankees lead. Yankees pitchers have been very efficient today. Paul Blackburn started today's game. He went 4 innings, 4 hits allowed.
Jake, he did. Jake Torres did have an at-bat. He saw 2 pitches, challenged one that was confirmed that it was a strike, and then he bounced the ball to an infielder and was retired in short fashion.
Yep.
Sorry about that, Evan.
No problem. Blackburn went 4 innings, 4 hits allowed, no earned runs, 2 strikeouts. And then David Bednar came in, pitched 1 inning, no hits allowed, no earned runs, no walks, no strikeouts. Fernando Cruz came in, allowed a couple of base runners. He had 1 hit given up, 2 walks, no strikeouts, but no earned runs were allowed. And then Tim Hill came in and had a clean 1 inning with 1 strikeout. Now into pitch will be Jake Bird. And coming up to bat for Toronto.
I'm looking forward to see it.
Cade Doughty. Defensive substitution, Josh Moylan replaces third baseman Jonathan Ornelas for the Yankees. And the first pitch from Bird on the way to Doughty is in there for a called strike one. Count as 0-1. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Bird delivers the 0-1, and the pitch is down low and away for a ball. Count is 1-1. Here comes the 1-1 pitch to Doughty. And Bird delivers the pitches in there for called strike three. I guess we missed a pitch.
Yeah, because they keep flashing off the broadcast.
Yeah. So one out here in the eighth. Coming up to bat for Toronto is Nick Goodwin. First pitch from Bird to Goodwin is in there for a called strike. Count is 0-1. One 0-1 pitch on the way from Bird is in there for a called strike two. Count is 0-2. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Bird delivers the 0-2, and the sweeper misses outside and low for ball one. Count is 1-2. Common theme we've seen with these Yankees relievers is that they work fast. Here comes the 1-2. Bird delivers the pitch, and it is swung on and grounded right over the head of Bird onto the second baseman, who comes in, fields, and fires in time for the second out of the inning. Nice play there by the second baseman. That was not sure who that was, but there's two outs here in the top of the eighth. Up to bat now is Cutter Coffee. Two outs, nobody on in the eighth. Here comes the first pitch, and this one is high for a ball. He checked his swing. Did he go? No, he did not. Count is 0-1. Sorry, 1-0. 1-0 on Coffee. Here comes the 1-0 pitch, and Bird delivers the pitch. It is in there for a called strike. Count is 1-1. And Bird delivers the pitch, is swung on and missed. Count is 1-2. The 1-2 pitch on the way from Bird. Bird sets and delivers the 1-2. Pitch is swung on and missed for strike three. Sweeper started out over the middle of the plate and cut to the outside corner. So 1-2-3 inning for Bird. And we'll go to the bottom of the eighth inning. Yankees lead 5-0.
Well, Bird came in, was efficient, looked real good, and handled business the way he should. Definitely think he's going to be part of the bullpen this season.
Yep. So if you're just hopping into the stream, thank you for being here. Yankees lead 5-0. Their 5 runs came from a Caballero double in the 5th that scored Austin Wells. And then Spencer Jones grounded into a fielder's choice, which scored an RBI. And then Austin Wells hit a 2-run home run with Paul Goldschmidt on first. And then Kennedy Corona provided the Yankees' latest run with a solo home run in the bottom of the 7th. So the Yankees lead 5-0 here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Coming up to bat will be Peyton Henry, Braden Shoemake, and Josh Moylan. Braden Shoemake coming up to bat right now. Braden Shoemake coming up to bat against the Blue Jays pitcher Fernando Perez. Here comes the first pitch to Shoemake. It is grounded right back to Perez, who fields and fires in time for the first out of the inning. And there's 1 out in the bottom of the 8th. Coming up to bat now is Peyton Henry. Righty on righty matchup, Perez against Henry. Here comes the pitch to Henry. It is taken low for ball 1. Count is 1-0. The 1-0 pitch to Henry is swung on and grounded to shortstop. On the backhand, throws over to first in time to get Henry. So there's 2 away here quickly in the bottom of the 8th. Up to bat now is Nick Torres.
Well, Bill, it's not wrong that they put up the wrong pitches. That's for damn sure.
Yes, Network's all over the place. They're all over the place. So this is Nick Torres' first at bat of his spring training debut. First pitch on the way was called the ball. Second pitch on the way is low for ball 2. Count is 2-0. Nick Torres, the right-handed hitter, up to bat. 2-0 pitch is down low in the dirt, scooped up by the catcher. Count is 3-0. Hello, Yanks, Yank for life. Here comes the 3-0 pitch to Torres, and he grounds this one to the shortstop, who fires over to first in time for the 3rd out of the inning. Yankees go down 1-2-3 in their half of the 8th. They lead 5-0. We'll go to the top of the 9th. And I'll hand it back to Ken for the 9th.
Yes, sir. Coming up for the Blue Jays in the top of the 9th is going to be Barger, Mendoza, and Micheletti. Well, this game has gone very quickly. We are at 2 hours and 15 minutes for the stream. I mean, the first 4 innings were dead. So What can you say?
Yep.
We've had a little bit of fireworks, quick pacing, and everyone should be able to enjoy a pretty nice afternoon,
including us.
Well, I am taking my wife this evening to a Michelin-starred restaurant for our 35th anniversary celebration. So
Happy anniversary once again.
thank you, sir. Most appreciated. Looks like Harrison Cohn will be coming in to replace Jake Bird. If I remember correctly, Cohen is going to be going to the WBC pitching for Team Israel.
Yes.
And I think our bench coach, Brad Osmus, is the manager for Team Israel. And it looks like Lata is going to be replacing Barger. And the first pitch is on the way. And it is just inside. It is 1-0. Next pitch is on the way. The cutter catches the heart of the plate, and it is called strike one. Count is evened at 1-1. Cohen sets. Pitch is on the way, and the cutter is in there for call. Strike two. Count is 1-2. And Cohen sets. Pitch is on the way, and this one is hit down the right field line. And the outfielder is going to crash into the wall as the ball goes foul. Count remains 1-2. Is that Nick Torres in right field?
Yes.
Or is he playing first?
I think he's in right.
Well, then he just crashed into the barrier in right field. And the pitch is on the way. And this one is slap foul straight back. Count remains 1-2. And Cohen sets. And the pitch is going to be taken right down the heart of Broadway for call, strike three. And that is going to do it for Lata. That is the first out of the top of the ninth. Coming up to bat is left fielder Mendoza. And Cohen sets. And the first pitch is on the way, and that is a little bit high. And it's going to kick off the catcher's glove and go all the way to the backstop. Count is 1-0 on Mendoza. And Cohen sets. Well, so much for setting because the batter is now called timeout. La 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 la. And Cohen now sets. And the pitch is on the way. And the cutter is swung on and missed. Count is evened at 1-1. And Cohen sets. And the pitch is flat foul down the third base side. Count is now 1-2. And Cohen sets. Fastball is on the way, and this one is slap foul. Count remains 1-2. Indeed, it would, Nancy. However, last season was last season, and we'll just say, let's go Yankees now. And Cohen sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is off the plate. Missed way outside with that changeup. Count is even, Dad. Deuce, deuce. And Cohen sets, and the pitch is on the way. And the changeup is inside. They're checking to see if the hitter checked his swing. And it looks like we have an ABS challenge going on. And the pitch is on the way, and that is down in the dirt. They challenged, but we had no challenges. So that is ball 4, and the Blue Jays are going to have their first runner of the inning. Coming up to bat is Micheletti Jr., a right fielder. And the pitch is on the way, and it is tap foul to the catcher. Count is 0-1 on Micheletti. Looks like Cohen is a cutter machine because that's all he's throwing today.
Reminds me of Tommy Kahnle with his changeup.
Yep. And the pitch is on the way, and the changeup is way outside. Count is evened at 1-1. Don Blackburn looked good. And the pitch to Micheletti is a changeup that drifts outside. The count is now 2-1. For those of you just hopping into the stream, we are in the top of the ninth. The Yankees lead 5-0. There is a runner at first with 1 out. And Micheletti is up to bat with a 2-1 count. And Cohen spins a cutter that is in there for call, strike 2. That's going to even the count up at deuce. And Cohen sets. And the pitch is on the way. And the cutter is swung on and missed for strike 3. And that is going to be the second out of the inning. So the Blue Jays are down to their last out. Coming up to bat is their catcher, Parker. 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout. And Cohen sets, fires, and the pitch is off the plate. Count is 1-0, and the runner Mendoza is going to take second on defensive indifference. Cohen sets, and the pitch is a cutter that is swung on and missed. Count is evened at 1-1. Cohen checks on the runner at second. He sets, and he fires, and the next pitch is swung on and missed. Cutter. Count is 1-2, and the Blue Jays are down to their last strike. Cohen checks on the runner. The crowd is standing up and cheering, and the pitch is on the way. And this one is a towering fly ball. And it looks like Torres is going to blow the catch. It bounces off his glove, and the runner is going to end up at second.
Oh, my God.
Oh, he's going to end up at first. The runner at second did not advance. He just stood there with his thumb in his butt. Actually, he's at third. There, Jesus Christ.
He's at second. Wait, third?
No, there's runners at second and third, I think. No, he scored.
Yeah, he should have
Okay,
scored.
there's a runner at second. So, and the Blue Jays avoid the shutout. So now Clase is up to bat, and he swings on a changeup for call, strike or for strike one. Come on, announcer, stop giving excuses. He screwed the pooch on that one. And Cohen checks on the runner and fires a changeup off the plate. Count is evened at 1-1. Clase is 0 for 1 on the afternoon. Pitch is on the way, and this one is hammered to second baseman, who fields it and shoots it to the first baseman to record the third out. And that is going to do it for the Blue Jays today. The number, I'm going to bring Joe up. The numbers for today are Yankees had 5 runs on 4 hits and 1 error, and the Blue Jays had 1 run on 5 hits and an error. Bednar is going to be the winner. Jennings is going to be the loser. And we will say the Yankees win. Welcome back, Joe. What do you know?
How you doing, guys? Pretty good game there until the end. Nick Torres, I don't know what the heck he's doing out there, but you better believe it. They better put him on first base because he looks like Bobby Brown on that one. That's for sure. So other than that, but no, the pitching is just outstanding, like I thought it was going to be. And I know it's spring training. I don't want to hear it. I really don't want to hear it. They're looking good. Let's be happy. No negative. And the hitting too is a lot better, a lot situational hitting. They're moving runners over. That's because they got some players now that move runners. That's the whole key. And you add that to a 94-win team, and you're going to have great success. I don't care who we're playing. That's the way I feel.
Well, like I said, it's spring training. This is our 7th win of spring training, so we're now 7-2. And the boys are looking like they're ready to play regular season ball.
Yep.
Evan, what do you got?
Yeah, Blackburn had a good start today. Allowed some base runners, but no runs scored. All the relievers came in, did their job. Cruz did have a couple of hiccups there in that inning with a couple of walks. I feel like he has to maybe diversify himself a little bit more, not only throw the splitter, work on the changeup and the fastball and the sinker. But he looked okay. Got some double plays, got out of some situations. We saw some small ball. Good to see Spencer Jones get an RBI, fielder's choice. Austin Wells home run. And other than that, we're going to see some of these younger players thrive now because of the guys that are going to the WBC.
And I want to thank everybody for hopping in this Saturday afternoon to listen to a little bit of Yankees baseball. If you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family or the NY YankeeMania family, please consider subscribing. Tomorrow's game is going to be on NY YankeeMania, as I will be traveling to Philadelphia and will not be available for the cast. Good luck on that one, Joe.
Thank you. We appreciate it. And safe trip, and a big hug to Mom.
Will do.
Yes.
And I'm going to end in my traditional fashion with let's go Yankees, and we'll see you in the funny papers. Thank you, Cruz. Appreciate that. Have a great afternoon. Enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you very much.